Today I have this old car and over 200,000 miles. I don't want to record something old like this, but you know, I've been working this kind of car before, and same problem before, but never recorded. So I just want to record it, just put it on my YouTube, just in case in the future, somebody will run across to it and can using it. Okay. This is the 2.3 Accord, and this engine is also applied in the 2.2. They almost the same. The way they take out the transmission, pretty much the same. Anything older than 2002 below is easier than a 2003 and up, because the frame is not a full subframe, it's like half frame only, and that a lot easier than the full subframe that you have to take down. Okay. And this one is doing a rear main seal. The 2002 below is easy. If you have electric tool or air tool, you can done it in one day, no problem, because it's very few stuff they have to move only. And I take the air box, intake air duct right here, and take the battery holder right here, and already take a few sensor out. Okay, and that only take a couple minutes only. And distributor is been off. Okay, because I'm going to change the O-ring, because the O-ring is leaking. So I'm going to show you. See this O-ring right here. Okay, a little bit hard now, so that's why it's leaked. So I'm going to replace that. Okay, it's not a bad leak, but still leaking, then it's not good. Okay, replace that. And the air duct here is broke. It's not cracked like this. It's totally cut off in half, more than half on this one, and this one still almost break off. So I'm using silicone to seal this, because the guy who owned this car, we are not born to equally. Not everybody have a lot of money. Something like this costs about $60-$70 or $100 at the dealership, and you cannot really find one at the used part or online. And use the silicone to it. It helps, because silicone, this is the you can use the ultra black, and this is a gasket maker. What it is this one, you can use any other silicone that better quality, but this is pretty decent and black, so it's matched pretty good. And this is pretty flex. They almost flex as the rubber here, so that can help stay for a long time. Taking down this low water hole right here. If you don't want to take it, I think you can do without taking this water hose, but I think I take this water hose and taking this water hose on that side right there, so it's like more clear to the way, so it's easier to remove all this bolt right here. Okay, make sure to disconnect all the sensor that go to the transmission. Okay, and because you're going to remove the transmission, so all the sensor had to be removed. Okay, very fragile, so be careful when you remove this. Sometimes you can damage their sensor, so that costs a lot of money. Okay, on this right here, you can press push this one and pull this one. Just take them off. And same thing with this right here. You can take this one off or just take the bolt right here. So I'm going to take this 10mm here out, so easier. Okay, I'm going to leave it like that. There's another sensor right here, and I'm going to use this plier. Pull this out. And then disconnect this one right here. You don't have to disconnect from this transmission, but just disconnect this right here, and that's the easier way to do it. Okay, on this right here I cannot go down the bottom, so I'm going to use a trim plier to push out. On this right here, sometimes because it's so old, sometimes the clip will break, but I try my best to see if that will come off easily. Okay, so that's come off. One side is break, but this side is good, so it's not a big deal. Okay, just a clip. If you cannot put back in there, you just zip ties on it. For the one right here, there's a clip down here. You just press that and slide this way, so that will be come off, and then you can disconnect this. Right there is another sensor right here. Okay, right down here. Can't see it because it's too dark, and you can see that sensor right here. Okay, make sure to disconnect that one too. Take all the sensor here, so it won't drop this harness right here. So you just tie this to right here. You put a zip tie on it. Okay, so it won't fall down to here, so everything will be clear on your way. So to cut down all the other easy removing part, I did not film it, but you know how to do on those stuff already. On the axle here, just clear with the punch at. Okay, and have to move both side axle. And this is size 36 socket. Insert your screwdriver into this part right here, so the rotor won't move. So when you hit the axle, the rotor don't turn. Okay, take out the upper nut, pin out, and this is socket 17. Okay, break loose. You can use your hand. For this part here, you just hammer it with the both sides have the little hump right there. You can hit it so it will come off. Make sure don't hit right there. If you not a good hitting, I recommend it. Put this nut back on like that. Okay, when you hit it, hit the nut only, so you don't hit the thread. Okay, 1, 2, 3, and it come off already. Put this two out too. If the axle is not coming off, just hit it. Not coming off, put a punch or screwdriver right here and hit it. It got freeze, corroded inside. It doesn't matter what, I hit it. I use a short hammer like this. Also with the long handle like this, I break this one yesterday, and I went back to get this new one, and it doesn't come off. So I went to the auto part, renting this right here, and that's a part number 27037. Okay, and this is supposed to be front wheel dry half puller. It doesn't work. It got stripped already. Okay, finally pushed this out, and the first set I got it from AutoZone. They broke, so this one I got it from O'Reilly, and I'm not sure the part number is the same. I think part number is different, but it's the same setup system. So The first one I broke it because the thread here is got chewed up, and this one is good, so I'll be able to push this out. And very corroded, okay. And if you have any issue like this, definitely recommend that you have to get this right here, otherwise you can't push this out, okay. So when you take the axle out, this is, you have to remove it. That's a 14 socket. Okay, 17's out. And take down this right here. And now time to take the axles out. So I'm going to hit from the inside. Before you're taking your axles out, you have to drain all your transmission fluid first, okay? If you don't, you will have some drip. But I already did that before I removed the axle nut. Okay. And I already took this cover out. I want to take this bolt down so I can take this cable free from here. So now time to removing the torque converter bolt. Okay. So when I under here, I will removing this right here first. Okay. And this will have 3 bolts that on the bottom here. And all this number 17. Alright, there is another bolt right here, which is not this one right here, but that one right here, okay? You need to take that one out too. You can remove this bracket here for more lever, or you can do it with the extension from this side. So if you're removing that, then you can see this better. You have to take the motor mount, the top bolt right here, out, so this can be free from the transmission. Before I taking the half subframes out, I put the board right here to support both sides, so I can put my engine stand. I'm not sure what it is, but I think that's what it is. I'm going to put on top right here, set up like this, okay. And if you don't have one, you can use a jack to support under the engine. I think that's good enough. And I'm going to using my distributor bolt, and I'm going to mounting where the distributor bolt holder. Okay. Okay. There's a clip down here that holding the transmission cooling line. So you have to take out the clip here, okay, and just open this clip and take out this clip out, okay. So my camera won't see very good, so you know what it is. Also, there's another one right here, and you just push this down. The other one you can't see it, but this is what it is. Okay, just pull this up like that. So when you take down the half stuff right here, you can get it free from that tangling. Taking down this number 19 right here. Okay, 2 of this and 2 of the other side too. Okay, so now it's free. this 3 bolt here, and the other 3. Okay. And then that one too, I'm going to leave it like that, so that will hold it for me. Okay. Can take down like that. You see there's a bracket down here holding the top of the transmission right here. You need to take this out because it's on the way. So I'm going to lose a little bit and let it hanging. So now I'm going to take it out because don't need to take him out. Okay, but the one right here, definitely you have to take him out. Never forget this 2 cooling line right here before everything else. Okay, because they attach to your transmission. Be careful, many sensors on the way, so you don't hit the sensor. The one on the last one I'm going to do is top one, because the top one is not hitting anything, so I'm going to do everything else, but the top one I'm going to leave it last. You know, to speed up faster, power tool is something like $30 like this. It help a lot. Okay, not the best tool, but it help you a lot. So I'm going to leave the one right here, and I'm going to do everything else until I put my transmission jack on the bottom. This is 17-inch, millimeter. So I'm ready to get my jack to put on the bottom, and then dismount my motor mount right here. So I strapped down my transmission already, and make sure you don't strap on top of the sensor. If you do that, you can damage the sensor in case the transmission is flip over or anything like that, and the slab would be tearing down your sensor. Okay, so now I'm ready to take out this bolt right here, and then the motor mount. Okay, bracket out to the way. So now that's open, I'm going to roll down my transmission to see if that will go down. Okay, still have some connecting on the top, so I'm going to do the top one too. Okay, let's split that. Okay, you can hear that popping, so that means it's free. Tilt the transmission towards the engine a little bit, and pry the torque converter right here. I think the torque converter was stuck with the flywheel inside here. Alright, so now I push down the transmission clear from the back right there, so I can drop this now. See that? Just pull it a bit forward, drop all the way down. Okay, and it's clear. So for this bolt right here, using 12-point socket and number 17. So you can use impact, but you may strip that because it's so short. Okay, on the other end, using this breaker bar, holding with the 19 socket over here, and that will be lined up with this right here. It won't go anywhere. It'll be a lot faster. And that is pretty old rimming seal. That's causing all the leaking. You can see that little gap right there. So that is not even sealed no more. So that was causing all the leaking. See that? That's what it is. To take the rings out, you need one of this tool. If you don't have one, that's okay. You can use any screw that you can screw through this ring right here and then pull it. But in this case here, it's not going to be so tight because it's so loose already. Okay, and you can use a screwdriver to take them out if you don't have one. Let's come off like that. Okay, this lip here is so dry, so when the lip is so dry, it doesn't close them no more. So that's why it's causing a lot of headache, drinking all kind of, you know, all your oil to the driveway. Okay, old one and new one, they look very similar. I'm not sure why, but this is a Honda one. They already put the grease in there and look about the same. Okay, different color. I'm not sure why. Part number, this right here, in case you want to buy online, you can search on that number right there. Okay, I got this from Honda. It's about $30 something. Other part stuff about $25, $26. So it's not that much different from dealer. So I chose to put the dealer one because this is not a cheap labor. Okay, it's not cheap labor. It's not easy to get in. So prefer to get a OEM that will last longer and make less job to do for failure. Okay. I don't have any other better tools, so I use the little extension here. Slowly tap in the side here. If you want, you can use this right here to do that easier, because this is more evenly. So now I'm done. So just put the flywheel back up. Okay, let me torque this first and put the transmission back in there. On this boat right here, it's a 54 foot-pound, 54, 55. Right around there, should be no hurting. Don't go less. I'm gonna do a crisscross. Here. Okay. Good. Ready to put the transmission back in there. this little silver guy right here, and there's another one down there. As long as these two straight to it, then I just bolt into it. You know, you have this up and down, and the other one control left to right. Easy to you know, mounting transmission like this. If you have a transmission jack like this, it's not that difficult to do it. Okay, so on this right here, if you push this in, and you can screw this in, so you can screw it to hold it. So when you hold it, then you just play around with it and push to click it. Okay, if you are by yourself. Normally, if you have more than 2 people, then one guy will helping you push down there, adjusting to get this clip here fit. But now it's fit already, so that's why I can screw this in by hand. See that? Easy. On a Honda, pretty easy. Okay, it's not like Nissan and Toyota. The Honda is much easier because the torque converter is straight to the flywheel, flex plate. You know. To speed up, I'm gonna use my electric drill. All right, you can go back to do all this by hand. Hand tight, okay? That's enough. You can torque this, or you just by feeling it. I'm going to put my engine bracket back in here so I can hold it. I can drop down my jack. Drop this down further so it will fit. I'm going to lock this one first to hold it, and then when I jack this up, it just go in right away. Now just hand tight. It's not have to be a really super tight. You want to break this nut here from the transmission. That's it. So the rest, just put everything back up, and that's all you have to do. The most important is to hook up it like this. So this bolt right here is kind of off from here, so what you do is don't tie the one up there, okay? Because that, if you tie that too much, then you cannot fit this in. So just in case you know already or you don't know, but I'm going to use my hand only. Okay, see, no, it's in, so very easy. Looks the same thing. Okay, now it's bolt fitting. Mounting the torque converter and flex plate before you closing this right here. Okay, it's a 10 millimeter, so even though you torque, you're not going to torque very high. Closing down this right here. speed up, use drill. Okay. So when you are pushing down the mid frame, make sure that bolt right there and the other bolt nearby, and also the impact or a socket with the wrench have to be nearby, because when you're under it, you can't just go look for this, you know. So make sure it's nearby, so when you're by yourself you can put it in easier, because it's hard to reaching. That's pretty easy, right? So this right here doesn't fit, so we have to using a screwdriver to help pushing to make straight. Otherwise you will have a problem to screw this in. Okay, this is what I mean by screwdriver. Using screwdriver, push like this, so it will be straight up to the hole. Okay, so if you don't use a screwdriver to help push into the hole, then you have a hard time to push this right here. To get this right here, you have to put your jack down there and jack it up, so you can, you know, put the bolt straight here. Otherwise this is like go down so much and you can't really use your hand to pull up. So best is use a jack. Okay, for the easiest, you know, part is just reverse from what you got it out, and kind of waste time to wash for me to do everything like I just take them out. So to cut the video short and to get the most important is, you know, already done. And I will show you how to put this distributor too, because that's kind of important. You have this 2 pin right here. You can't see it by naked eye, but one side is bigger than the other. So inside here, one is smaller and one is bigger. So when you insert in there, make sure they are fit. If doesn't fit, you screw this 2 bolt here, and you can damage this right here. So when you damage this right here, then you're in trouble. You can't start it. Okay, so make sure you have to put in here and play around with it to make sure exactly fit before you put your screws in. For right now is just plugging your axle back up, plugging your sensor, and then that's it. Alright, this video is pretty much it. If you have any question, don't forget to give me a call. Just kidding. Just text your message to see what you need. Normally easy like this, you should be able to do it. Honda on anything older like this one is very simple or easy. Sometimes you first time you may not know how to do it. Just give me a text on the message. I'll get back to you. Hey, don't forget to go check the Facebook page, Skunk City. What they do? Those young men, they go fishing and they give you a report to see where the fishing's at. So he just give me the hat and he told me, and I go check. A lot of the time they got a lot of fish, but when I get there, all the fish gone. Hey, it's not mean the fish is gone, but I'm not good, so that's why I can't get the fish. A lot of the time we have to be good to get fish, right? And if you like fishing, go check Skunk City, the Facebook page. Alright, don't forget to subscribe and help me. My number, it need to go up, okay? And thank you for watching for the old video like this. Alright, bye bye now.